Meet Johnny Elbows.
You and I is not friends no more. Mario. Big boy pants.
People are clamoring for twerks, Johnny. They want twerking. Uh-oh. Here it is. Whoa, Johnny, oh, the gritty.
Jonathan Thornington, also known as Johnny Elbows, is a man in his late 30s from a small town in Nebraska. And truth be told, we don't know much about Johnny's life well into his adulthood. What we do know about Johnny is that he enjoys walking around town, going to the library, going fishing, and meeting new people. And it was during a chance encounter with a man named Mario that this story begins. Mario is one of the various people that Johnny had met while walking around town. They had developed a friendship to the point where Mario would pull over and talk to Johnny whenever he saw him. And for some reason, Mario decided to record one of their encounters, posting it to TikTok and exposing the entire internet to Johnny Elbows.
How's it going?
Good.
Don't do that, please. Why?
Want some nut? Right? Hey!
You gotta be quicker than that, buddy.
This video would go far more viral than Mario ever anticipated, and after seeing that he could use Johnny to accumulate social media followers and create content, he decided to strike up a further friendship with him, leading to what I call the Gritty Saga. Johnny and Mario would make TikToks and go live on Mario's account, getting millions of views in the process. The content mainly consisted of them going live at a public park, where Johnny would dance for the chat and regale them with tales of his life.
Let's go. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is amazing, Johnny. Dude, this is great. Dude, people are really missing out if they're not watching this right now. What's Johnny gonna do now? Oh my god, Johnny, what are you doing? What are you doing? Whoa, Johnny, oh, the gritty. Look at the gritty, dude. That was amazing. Yeah.
Johnny was a big hit on TikTok. In a short amount of time, they had accumulated hundreds of thousands of followers and millions of views. It seemed like there was no stopping the rise of Johnny Elbows. That is, until Johnny found himself in his first controversy, although this one would be pretty minor in comparison to the ones he would be involved in the near future. Johnny was dancing on livestream one day, as he usually did. The chat was demanding twerking from Johnny, as was Mario. Ever the people pleaser, Johnny complied, only for chat to pick up on a not so subtle detail.
People are clamoring for twerks, Johnny. They want twerking. Uh-oh. Here it is. Johnny's twerking. He's twerking up a storm. Johnny drops it low. Johnny, we're almost at 5 million, dude.
I never got that far.
Never, never, never. They want to know if you had a poopy accident.
No, it's just I was sitting on a wet paint, and it smeared my pants.
Yes. See, everybody, just wet paint.
It's just wet paint.
Very few people believed that it was wet paint, and it would become a topic of discussion in the community for the months to come. But it would very soon be eclipsed by the creation of Johnny's own TikTok account, which would lead to some very interesting incidents as well as the creation of a new saga. A big focal point of Johnny's TikTok was him discussing his love life, talking about all the girls that he had been with in his over 30 years on this planet. My favorite of which being this quote-unquote cougar that Johnny unintentionally insults for like a minute straight.
She's 46, and she wanted to be my friend. Pretty, long hair. She does smoke a lot. I told her, you got a deep voice like a man. I know, John, but I smoked a lot. And that's about it. They called me up and they said, hey, John, how's it going? I'm good. Can we be friends? I need someone to fuck. Yeah, you just need a fuck buddy.
Johnny has talked about 3 or 4 such cases that he's been involved in, and they quickly became one of the hottest topics of discussion in his TikTok comments, where Johnny would also attempt to flirt with some of his fans. Like in many other cases, trolls smelt this from a mile away, and began to formulate personas to catfish Johnny Elbows, leading us to the Candy and Sandy saga. Candy and Sandy are either one troll or a collection of many of them. Johnny believes them to be 2 women who are extremely attractive and extremely interested in him. He has tried many times to get them to come visit him in his hometown, only for them to turn him down and lead Johnny to create a somber video.
Well, Candy and Sandy, I just want to, oh shit, am I recording? Yeah. Sandy and Candy, I don't know, I'm doing my own thing right now.
Johnny's relationship with these trolls has been rocky, to say the least, because Candy and Sandy have woven this elaborate tale that creeps into every aspect of Johnny's life, and have also gotten Johnny to do some pretty compromising things while under their influence.
You don't have to come to Logan to see me, ladies. I'll just be fine by myself. And tell the other lady she can delete my pictures of my wiener and everything else. And delete my number, and I'll delete your number too. You don't have to worry about me.
As I said before, I'm not even sure if Candy and Sandy have remained the same person during this whole saga. It could have very well been anyone calling themselves Sandy or Candy in his TikTok comments. Johnny has doxed his mobile phone number before to try to get back in contact with Candy and Sandy, leading to nothing but increased attention from the trolls, who would take the story of Candy and Sandy to the next level, with elaborate subplots centered around cheating and a mysterious individual named Tyrone.
Sandy and Candy, if you girls want to follow your dreams about meeting some other people, go right ahead, 'cause you're not gonna hurt my feelings. If you guys want to flirt with any guys you want, go ahead. You're not gonna hurt my feelings. If you want to cheat on me, I don't care. Just don't do it in front of me. If you do it in front of me, that's okay. Because I'm better off staying single for a while. I'm getting tired of girls breaking my heart every single damn day. And Candy and Sandy, I know you girls don't want to break my heart, but if you guys decided to break my heart in the future, go right ahead, because it won't hurt my feelings. And Candy, go ahead and cheat on me. I don't care. And if you call me, don't call me. I'm still mad at you. And I'm deleting your number off my phone. Forever. Don't worry about coming down here in the summertime. Do not come down here in the summertime. Stay where you at. You're better off staying there. In Texas. All guys putting their bodies on you. And Tyrone, be good to her. Just be nice to Candy and tell her you love her every single morning, every single night. Just tell her, I'm sorry I kidnapped you before and everything else. You gotta apologize to her, and if she don't accept your apology, then back away from her, let her have her own space, and eventually she'll forgive you, And Tyrone, good luck with Candy.
Despite all of the hardship that Candy and Sandy had put Johnny through, he still remained faithful to them. He desperately wanted them to come visit him, but still wouldn't let distance diminish the spark that they felt for each other. Here is a video that Johnny made for Candy and Sandy, filmed at a public library.
Can't wait to see you girls in real life. That's me sticking.
As you can see, Johnny perceived Sandy and Candy to be an on-again, off-again relationship. It didn't matter if they had left him for a man that had previously kidnapped them. Hell, Johnny even said it didn't matter if they cheated on him, just as long as they kept it a secret. But one thing that Johnny couldn't tolerate was Sandy and Candy leaving him for his friend Mario. The trolls began to convince Johnny that Mario was a part of this wider plot to steal his girlfriends away from him. From things like Mario is taking them out on a date, to them telling Johnny that Mario just stole their car. This caused a lot of problems in Johnny and Mario's friendship, with Johnny turning on Mario almost every week.
I can't believe what you told me. You're such a loser, Mario. No one likes you. Why'd you take Candy's car and keys? Why'd you take her car and keys for? You and I is not friends no more, Mario. Big boy pants. We're not friends no more, Mario. I can't believe what you're doing this to me. I'm not gonna do this again and again. You're on your own, Mario. I'm not your friend. And the cops will come after you. And I gave someone your number. And when they call you, ooh, you better run, boy. You better run. You better run your whole life. And just give up at the police station. Turn yourself in.
And Johnny wasn't just mad at Mario for this, but also Candy and Sandy.
Recording. Damn it. So, girl, if you get this, go take a hike and make a tree and take a hike, little bitch. And if you don't want to spend time with my best friend, and that's about it.
Johnny would make a number of threatening and disturbing videos about Candy and Sandy. They had gotten him so worked up that he was in a state I had never seen him before, and this continued for quite some time. Candy and Sandy had him under their thumb for the majority of Johnny's run on TikTok, but this didn't mean that he questioned their reality at certain points, because numerous times Johnny came so close to figuring it all out, only for Candy and Sandy to lie again, saying they would take him back.
I'm sorry I'm saying this to you girls, but every time I see how your day is and everything, you guys don't love me. You just love my money. And I can't handle that no more. I gotta focus on my other life.
This kinda reminds me of The Truman Show. Johnny is at that point of questioning reality so much that it's driving him up the wall. He doesn't know what's real or fake anymore. People had told him things like Mario was a kidnapper, and that some man from Russia was responsible for everything. There were numerous times that Mario had to explain to him that none of these things he was accused of had happened, and that him feeding into the situation would only lead to more trolling. During the whole Candy and Sandy saga, Mario and Johnny were still meeting up to film together. They were still doing the live streams, still hitting the gritty, but sadly, the Johnny Elbows story was about to take a drastic turn. One day during a live stream, Johnny and Mario were being followed around by a group of kids. Johnny had had trouble in the past with kids following him around and giving him a tough time, and he was frustrated with the situation, even kicking a table out of anger. None of this would be held against Johnny. It's a pretty normal reaction to being harassed, but people would take a big issue with one of the comments that Johnny made during this live stream, particularly about the appearance of one of these kids that was harassing him.
Attention, they won't bother you, you know what I mean? No, John, what, no, dude.
No, not her butt, her shorts.
No, dude, no, man.
Shorts of hers.
No, dude.
And
No, bro, that's not, no, bro.
In one single sentence, Johnny Elbows had ended his TikTok career. Mario almost immediately after ended the stream trying to explain away what had happened, but this would not stop people from clipping the live stream and spreading it across the internet, and the negative reaction was fairly swift. Johnny had been a near universally beloved character up until this point, who was now being heavily criticized for his comment. Johnny tried to explain the situation away by saying that he just liked her pants, but I believe this holds about as much water as the wet paint argument. After seeing all of the negative reaction by the public, Mario would distance himself from Johnny, making a video disavowing all of the things that Johnny had said and stating that they would no longer be filming content together. It was clear from the beginning that Mario was not a true friend to Johnny and only saw him as a mechanism for profit, which is why he waited for the public to react negatively before distancing himself from Johnny, in my humble opinion. After being denounced by his community and cut off by Mario, Johnny would make an apology video of his own, stating that he was sorry for everything that he had done and would be leaving the platform very soon.
hello everybody from TikTok. I'm not coming on this no more, and I'm sorry, everybody in this whole planet. I'm not on TikTok anymore. I'm just gonna do this one last time, and one last time only. And that officer I talked to, FBI or something, ended up in jail for a while. Then after that, hopefully, had no problems in Missouri Valley, but here, had a little problem with people, getting along with people.
After posting this apology video, Johnny would create a few more TikToks before going dark. I believe by the advice of his family. Johnny had leaked his phone number numerous times, and his most recent comments had led to an influx of hate messages. So Johnny would leave TikTok, and this is where the story ends in a great many videos about the situation. But I have uncovered a couple of recent events in Johnny Elbows lore, as well as some rumors as to what the future might hold. The first video I found was taken around May. A fellow TikToker just walking the streets of Johnny's hometown spotted him and decided to film 2 short TikToks with Johnny. This was the first time in months that Johnny had been seen on the internet.
Johnny fucking Elbows. Johnny!
Johnny Elbows in the house!
Ah, shit! Ho-ho! Have a good one, Johnny!
Johnny Elbows.
Woo! You gotta be quicker than that, buddy.
You gotta be quicker than that, everybody.
This video would mostly fly under the radar for Johnny stans, and I can't blame them as not much was revealed in them, other than the fact that Johnny now had a bike and was bicycling around town. We wouldn't see Johnny again for yet another month, but this time he would post a TikTok of his own, talking about a new group of friends that he had, and how much he loved working for them.
Johnny Elbows here. I'm always here working with these other guys, friends of mine. They always put me to work. They're my friends, and I always like them so much. They're my best friends.
And other than a short video of him dancing on what looks to be a pile of sand, we have not seen Johnny Elbows online since. But there have been some rumblings on his Reddit as to some disturbing things that might have happened in Johnny's past. And some of these comments might give us some insight as to what the future holds for the situation. Before I go any further, I want to make it very clear that none of this is substantiated. It's all rumor and accusation. Most of it comes from Reddit, so that says a lot, so take it all with a pinch of salt. A post was made by a throwaway account on the Johnny Elbows subreddit titled, "Johnny Elbows SA'd my little sister when we were children." The OP claims to be the older sister of someone who Johnny SA'd in a public pool when they were children. The post is lengthy and includes a lot of information that is correct about the locations that Johnny was in his past, but as I stated before, none of this can be confirmed. The reason I bring up this post at all is because it saw some activity for the first time in 9 months very recently. The OP had told her story and the thread had set for 9 months until another throwaway account appeared out of nowhere to comment. This new account replied to nearly every person on the subreddit stating that the Reddit who made this post is fake, it is all written by AI. Johnny's family is seeking legal counsel to sue these people, as he's never been charged with anything illegal. He has the mental capacity of an 8-year-old. This account would also state that Johnny now resides in Kansas and that his family are currently in talks with legal representation. I cannot stress enough that all of the Reddit stuff is completely theory. There is no evidence to back any of this up, but I still wanted to include it because this was the last trace that I could find of the Johnny Elbows story. I have no idea if they're actually seeking legal representation. Hell, we don't even know what Johnny is up to today. But what I do know is this: Johnny shouldn't be on social media. It is a ruthless place. And when you find yourself in a controversy similar to Johnny's, people will feel very little sympathy for you and attempt to bring you down in any way that they can. If Johnny did come back, it would only be a matter of time before he found himself in yet another controversy or victim of another trolling scheme. I really don't know what the future holds for Johnny Elbows, but I can say for certain it will be much better offline.